resonates with my values of being responsible for nature. It is vital for me to ensure a green and great Mother Earth for all generations. I'm inspired to support the movement because I see the impact it has on individuals all around the world. With my 10 million tree planting project, adding more impact to it. Earth Hour is important because it allows us to work towards achieving better resources for nature. Tourism and agriculture are the backbones for Tanzania's economy, and they're also nature-based. So if we don't stop climate change now, these sectors will collapse. I believe in the power of unity and that the climate crisis is a matter of urgency.
And greetings, GW3 Live. I'm Renee Noor. Today, oh my goodness, today is not only is it making Monday moves, but you know what? Today is about mastering Mondays. And we're looking forward to not only having an exciting group, it's going to be an extraordinary morning. I don't know about you, but I want you to be ready. We have some incredible guests that's going to be joining us today, all the way from Nigeria. We have King Mr. Izu Samuels. We have our very own mayor, Lolita Anderson, that will be in the house. Plus, we went all the way to Paris. Bonjour, oui. We have our very own Samir that's going to be joining us. So guys, not only are we going to be diving into something that's extraordinary, it's going to be such a profound rooms for us to talk about productivity and peak performance. And you already know we've got it inspired by the man himself, Mr. John C. Maxwell, because we're looking at chapter 12. So we'll be right back. And when we get back, oh my goodness, hold on to your seats. I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar. And truly, we are back. And what's so great about being able to soar and having that power to soar, we love doing that each and every day. How we come into your home. Well, again, I'm Renee Noor, and I'm so thrilled to be able to welcome some incredible guests. They're going to share not only their transformational stories with you, but we're going to also have them to unlock some of those blueprints for their success. And so without further ado, let me go ahead on and welcome the first one to the table. Not only is she our mayor of the GW3 Society, she's also one of those incredible icons that's right here in the Atlanta market. She does managing properties as well as she's a real estate guru. She does it all, and I'm so honored to have her here in the community. So without further ado, can we get a woo? Our mayor,
can
Lolita
we get a woo?
Miss Lolita Anderson, it's so great to see you here, superstar.
As well, Renee Noor, how you doing?
I'm doing incredible. We're going to be welcoming some more of our guests to the stage, okay? This giant, I call him a giant. That's what he is. He is truly the king out there in Nigeria, Abuja, to be exact. Not only we're so excited to have Mr. Izu Samuel with us, we are looking forward to meeting Izu Samuel right there.
Hello. Very good to be here. Very good to be here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing incredible. You look amazing. Thank you for being here.
And hi, Loretta. How are you?
Hey, how are you, sir? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead on and bring up our beauty all the way from Paris, who knows how to bring the fire and the energy. And sometimes in the morning, you don't know what kind of conversations you're going to step into. But one thing I know for sure, she always knows how to put a smile on our face. Bonjour to you, Samira. Bonjour.
Samira, woo!
Woo-woo.
Bonjour to the world. I'm also live on the Instagram. So I'm saying bonjour from here to Paris to the world and to you guys. It's always a pleasure. So we have Africa, Europe, and the United States all together. That's a lot for
Yes.
everyone who's listening for sure.
It is
Absolutely.
so truly indeed. You know what, guys? We are also in the clubhouse, and I truly made a mistake. I forgot to go in there. You know, it's one of those things. So if you are also on the clubhouse, we want to say good morning to you. Put some red hearts up in the chat if you are on the clubhouse with us. And also, if you're right there on YouTube, we like to make sure we connect with everyone. Let's give it up to Miss Glendina Green, who is rocking it out in the clubhouse, which she's in there with Miss Antonio Peacoat, as well as Miss Trellis. Oh my goodness, Miss Marlene, the queen herself. We got Sandra in the clubhouse, Renee Hayes, and so many others, guys. Please put some red hearts up. And again, we're live on Facebook as well as on YouTube. Well, you know what, guys? I'm looking forward to this topic because you all truly have been mastering not only your lane of genius when it comes down to business, but you know what? I like to kick off our weeks, especially our Mondays, being able to provide some tips on how we can continue on flourishing and thriving to help our viewers, as well as I think to also inspire ourselves in regard to how we can continue on mastering, not only with that peak performance, but also being able to stay with our productivity striving. But before we go into those questions and before we go into our topic, I'd like for each and every last one of you guys to introduce yourself so the world can know who you are. Lolita, we'll start with you. Then we go to Samira, and then King Izu will come to you. Lolita Anderson, take it away.
What a pleasure to be here with such a star-studded platform this morning. I am honored. But I'm Lolita Anderson. We are champions. We are winning on purpose here in the highways and byways. I am a housing resource partner, property manager, and resource plug globally. I am here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am able and blessed to be able to facilitate different housing models for different programs, opportunities, including veterans. With the partnership that I am with, we were able to house over 3,000 veterans under a really great special program here in Atlanta and throughout the United States. But I have a pleasure of being able to manage and be able to facilitate those opportunities. And I'm looking forward to doing bigger and better things. I serve in ministry as Deaconess Lolita under Bishop Branch, which helps us to really push in the community with a ministry heart. So God bless y'all, and I look forward to keep serving you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing you guys this week also. And let's give it up to definitely Arise Church for everything that you all do in the community. Absolutely. Our next one is Miss Samira. Take it away, beauty.
Hello, it's always a pleasure, not only to be here, and especially like today, we're bringing something really interesting, at least for me and to my soul story, what I would say, because I do really love to bring in health awareness. So I am not only a businesswoman, but for me, business is nothing if you don't have your health. So I'm all about bringing your best soul story into the surface so you can really thrive. But having your energy and your vitality as long as you stay in this life, because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything you want to. I'm all about people and connecting people to their highest self by connecting to their soul story. So I love to be here and bringing awareness on the health and wellness industry.
Absolutely. And you do such an amazing job, Samira. Had the pleasure of meeting you right there in Paris, and your vitality is off the chain. I just love how you stay so vibrant. And I know Izu could truly relate to that as well. Next, let's hear from the man himself, Mr. Izu.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here today. And I'd like to say hello to everyone. I am someone who believes so much in the power of stories because I believe that stories are more than words. They are experiences that shape the world one person at a time. And I believe that the most effective form of communications and connections is done when people tell their stories. Stories happens to be the greatest asset across the world. I work with the Al Jazeera as an investigative journalist. And outside of that, I serve in the capacity of being an African man, helping people to tell their stories, helping people to understand the fundamentals and the rudiments to leadership and effective communications. I'm a servant leader, and I look forward to us having a fantastic conversations here today. And I want to say thanks to Renee and the team for having me on the call. I don't take it for granted. Once again, my name is Izu Samuel. To you.
I knew I had to come out with that laugh because you truly are
Thank
the man
you.
of laughter as well. You know, Izu, I feel as if laughter always keeps us looking younger. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
I definitely agree.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, as I share with the viewers today, you know, we're thrilled to have you guys here. And thank you again for providing us with your time. You know, you guys have been on this transformational journey, you know, being able to now become these entrepreneurs and really, you know, the blueprint. I know for sure your blueprint, everyone sort of like want to keep their blueprint pretty much secured. I want you guys to unlock some of those blueprints, those secrets that what you've been able to do to show up to reach your success. I know for sure we got some hot mics going on, and I hear a little bit of mouth, you know, I guess those are notifications that's happening. If we could silence those, that would be wonderful, guys. That would really, really be wonderful. You know, I really like to say, you know, because of your expertise as well as your passion for what it is that you're doing, you have been able to reach, you know, certain levels of your, not only your success with your business, but I like to say this also, your success with your personal growth. What do you owe the, you know, what is your secret ingredients for doing that? And we'll start with you, Mayor Lolita Anderson, and then we'll go to you, Samira, and then we'll close out with Mr. Izu. Take it away. You have to unmute, Lolita.
There we go. We're gonna get this together, I promise. Thank you all so much. So I believe the secret sauce lies in your heart. Your heart. And it's the why to how we transform. I know for me, my own personal transformation came from a very spiritual place, even in assembly, even in marketplace, even taking on assets that were different for me, being around a team that supported you. We're better, we're stronger, we're bigger together. I definitely say my secret sauce has been the community of individuals that I have surrounded myself with. And then, of course, me to them. And it's iron sharpening iron that has made me so successful. And I'm so humbled and graced to be with even seniors of 70 and 80 years old that I sit with, you know, and I serve in the area of real estate, and just being with, you know, where I'm in a room where I'm not the smartest kid, and being able to sustain understanding that you have to continue elevating, educating yourself, and that has made me extremely successful in this platform.
I love that. You know, being able to stay, as you said, humble, grateful,
Yeah.
but at the same token, you got to see your kind, right? You have to
Oh
see
yeah.
your kind. Come on now. We
Yes.
talk about that all
We
the time.
do. Yeah. You'd have to, because when you, and it's, my daughter's in London actually, in the Air Force, and people, I like to say that because one, we were able to go to London. But when you are amongst your own kind and your peers, that could be my portfolio of owners that I manage their assets are from India, from Indonesia, from Colombia, from Africa. They're from everywhere, and I have their assets here. And wow, the language that we speak is amazing. It's called business, and I love that. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you for pouring in. Miss Samir, I'd love to hear from you.
Well, this is really interesting. I would say now at my season of life, because we all go through season, what my true life purpose was always being, I would say I'm a born leader, so it's okay to say things whenever they are. So I always wanted to bring the best of myself and everyone who's around me. So that is why, for me, my successes formula today allows me to not only be at a time where really I can relate to every experience I had, and one of them is soul, but also one of them is a student. I am a continuous student. I never ever stop. And I said to everyone, I said, oh my God, you're always doing things. As long as I'm alive, I am learning, because when you are learning, you're growing. And when you're growing, you are alive. And that is one of my main purpose in also being very curious. It's been like this for all my life. I would never stop being that, because that's what makes me not only closer to who I am, but also closer to the people. And I love the human being and the journey of being your best self, because I always think between the birth and the death, there is a sea, which is a choice, always to evolve and learn. When you learn, you are alive. And I truly say it, because that's how you rewind your mind. And as I said, everything is about your health and your neuron, your soul, your brain, your body needs to understand that you are in movement, and movement is going and checking what's out there and never stop learning. So that's the true success for me.
Hashtag that, guys. Every day we need to be learning, every single day. You know, John C. Maxwell spoke about that. Also, Samira, you know, just with his overall approach. You know, he's been not only a profound author, and someone asked, well, how often do you write? He said, I write every day. He said, well, on your birthdays? Birthdays, I write every day. Holidays, I write every day. What about your grandkids' birthdays? I write every day. So, guys, every day we must learn. We have to be learning every single day. And so I challenge you guys to just do that. You know, stay consistent. And that's one of the things of just being able to show up for yourself as well. So thank you, Samira, for just really dropping the nuggets on that as well. Izu, let's go, my friend.
Yes, so thank you so much. I think both Samira and Loretta, they have said some great words and ideas that truly resonated with myself. So what has really helped me in the past years is that I am always willing to serve. I believe so much in the art of service, because no matter how much you have, no matter what you carry, the potentials you have within yourself, if you lack the capacity and the discipline to serve, you may not be able to make much impact. So being an African man, in all the sectors that I have worked in, I understood that the greatest way to make more impact is when you serve. And this has also influenced my business and influenced my personal life. And one interesting thing I know about service is that it's not always all about being the best person. No, it's about being the best person each day, rising above your errors, rising above your mistakes, and rising above some of those continual, misconceptions that come against you. So what you have to do is to keep learning, just as Samira mentioned, is to keep learning from those errors and keep working on yourself. So service is one of those tools that I have used in amplifying my life and my business and everything about myself. So I'd like to say to someone out there listening to me, look out for opportunities to serve. First of all, serve yourself. And secondly, look for people to serve. And I'm not saying you should become a slave. What I'm saying is that look for opportunities to serve, to add values to any platform, to any organization. And that would just be an amazing thing to do for yourself and other people. The shortest way to connect to people is when you serve. Those will be my words. And over to you, Renee.
Absolutely appreciate that. Please hashtag that. You know, not only is it important for us to become better servants of the kingdom, and we have to realize we're here on borrowed time. So because we're here on borrowed time, we have to keep showing up with God's grace. And I know I hear a microphone or something like that, guys. If we can just really manage that, that would be wonderful. We are live. We're live on YouTube. We're live also on Facebook and also inside of the Clubhouse. And so we just truly want to make sure we, keep the noise down a little bit. I want to thank you guys. Just really, really thank you. All of you guys are so amazing. And it's just a treat to have you guys here this morning. When you think about John C. Maxwell, we're reading this incredible book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And as we explore this whole theme of curiosity, we're privileged, I would say this, privileged to have the wisdom of such a giant. He's every bit of now 74 years of age. And let me say this, guys, we will have the opportunity of meeting John C. Maxwell in May with our team with Envision You. So put some hearts up in the chat for that. If you would like to have the opportunity of meeting John C. Maxwell, I know for sure we have a few more tickets that's available. So please DM me in regarding to that information. But you know what? His insights on growth, it always really stimulates us. And I'll say this, guys, too. When you think about that why, it's bound to be not only a catalyst for our personal, but also for our, I would say, our professional breakthroughs. The why. So I have to ask you all, when you were growing up, were you like those why kids, Izu, Miss Samira, or even Lolita? Were you the one that was always asking why? Please pour into the conversation. We start with you, Izu, first.
Yeah, I was always asking why. And I started asking why early enough because I lost my father when I was very young. And I kept asking my mom why. And my mom would say to me, Samuel, sometimes you may not get all the answers, but you just have to believe, learn from the experiences and move on. But I've come to realize that the more we ask why, the more we receive fundamental reasons and solid reasons to even move on with real experience and expertise and practices of knowledge that resides within us and for what we want to do. And there is something I've come to also realize about why, that the more whys you ask, the more you are able to release an intelligent, the more whys you ask, the more you're able to receive an intelligent response. So as many whys as you ask, as you're able to ask, the more you're able to receive intelligent response back to yourself. And you can never be curious enough, because curiosity is what drives you to the extent of achieving any success that you want to, record. All the great people you want to talk about, both in the storytelling industry, in the journalistic world, you cannot separate greatness from curiosity. Greatness and curiosity work hand in hand. And when someone asks you the question, what is curiosity? I would say that exactly what happened to me when I was 7 years old. That is curiosity, because my teacher would always say, Samuel would always keep asking you, why? 4 + 1 is 5. I'll ask the teacher, why? 7 + 7 is 14. I'll ask the teacher, why? You tell me the answer, I keep asking you why. And the more why I asked, the more I saw my teacher would always want to think more. So that would be my way of saying that if you want to receive critical responses, if you want to receive fundamentally intelligent responses, you must learn to be confident about asking why. Gain the confidence and the mastery to ask as many whys as possible. So I'm going to be asking you, Renee, Samira, and Loretta, why?
I appreciate that so much, guys. Put some hearts in the chat. Izu, I like to say when we embrace the law of curiosity, it also has that driving force, not only from that innovation, but also that learning space as well. And like what you were saying, the more times you ask that question, why, the deeper you get to a response. And with that, to me, is like a pursuit for excellence. I know, Miss Samira, why were you one of those why kids? And I'll share my story where I was one of those why kids.
I mean, I'm sure you've got the answer. Like I was, even worse than Izu, because I have more years in this on this earth than Izu. And I was, oh, really? Why? Why did I do that? Because I'm was connected to the world since age of 6. And why that language? Why is it different than mine? Oh, that's German. And I started learning it. Oh, that's how I can talk to my neighbors. Oh, okay. So why do we, because the why was an incredible drive to get you to be not only more interesting than interested. You are
Mm.
there to learn more about the other culture. I said, I am a soul connector. I am so much about that, why we do what we do, because that brings the burning desire of anything we do. Because your why is the biggest ever alive for anything you do, because it makes you understand the roots of things. It makes you be aware. So when that is why I will relate it today maybe on the health and wellness industry. Why people do not lose weight, because they don't understand why they do it. It's just not only because I want to be fit or slim, but I really understand that my why behind is going to be a better life, a better health, and understand that my why is strong enough that no one, even like if I passed next to a pastry, no, I know my why, I'm going to go back to it. So it is really a big thing to understand why I do what I do. And once we understand it, we are more connected to who we are and how we do things. And that is why we need to bring that why every day for us, so that we stay connected to the bigger things we do, either in our business or in life or in our partnership, why we do what we do. That's very important.
I love it. Why do we do what we do? Excellent response. But you know what? Also, I love the fact when you're able to have that identity that helps you to dig deeper in regarding to not only it helps you to find ways of understanding more things, but it just is like that layer of an onion, like the onions with those
Mhm.
layers. The more you ask why, the more you put yourself in position to have that right type of response, be more educated. And that's truly something that I think sometimes people take for granted. So thank you so very much, Samira, for that amazing, well said response. Lolita Anderson?
Oh boy, here we go. So I as a kid, I grew up with a twin. I had a twin brother. So, I was a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, and everything was curious to me. And I always like to know the hypothesis, a science geek. And if even when in construction when I'm working with my teams and we have something wrong, I always want to know why. What happened? Why did it fail? Why did machine break? Because then it helps you to be anticipatory to the next solution. When you know the why now, right? You say, why did I catch a cold? Well, maybe we were running outside. Rain doesn't make you catch a cold. It's the bacteria and exposure. So now that's why. Why are we staying healthy? Why is Lolita 40 pounds lighter now? It's not just the weight. It was the weight here. It was the weight here. It was all kinds of other things. And you connected yourself to the why. Why do we see Lolita? Why do we see this? Because now the leader was able to see the why in other things, particularly in the platform that I'm serving in business. When I see things on paper, say something reads certain ways on this paper, and I see the person in front of me, why am I making a decision to make an exception? Because I can see the transformation down the road for this individual once you give them a shot. And that's the why in life, when you're able to get a shot for whatever. We have a shot with each other. We have four different entities right here. That's the why, because others can see their own kind and the diversity of business. And that's the why, because why not? And I know that sounds like a cliche, but why not? Why not?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I think that's all I have for that. And there's so many more things I could say. But again, as a kid, things were just so beautiful to why, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. As a kid, remember we asked why all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Well said,
Yeah.
Lolita. I think what has happened in the space where we are now settling. And so if we continue on keeping that curiosity as a kid,
Mhm.
we had so much more energy. Well, mom, why? Why? Mom, we're like, will you stop asking questions? Well, why do I need to stop asking questions? That was another why, right? That was another why. So I want to ask you guys this question because you guys, I already know you have had a pivotal moment in your career or even in your life when asking the right why was able to give the right, or was able to give such a profound opportunity for you to learn from it. So share with us in regard to when was that right why? When did you ask that right why? And share with us what that transformational journey was. Miss Samira, take it away, beauty.
Okay, so for me, as I said, since I was little, I'm 6 years old, I always was interested in different nationalities, different culture. So they were telling me, no, you can't go there because you need a visa. You can't go there. Always like, you can't because of this or that. So that is what made me who I am today. A global networker, lived in different countries, made it almost everywhere, speaking different languages, saying 6, and now with the Catalan, I would say even 7, because I just wanted to connect the world together. And the why, I was asking, no, you can't, you do you this, made me curious and made me go into what is it that I had to do so that I can be connected to the world. And my interest in people, in neuroscience, in science, in health, and actually international business, and of course the languages, has made me not only have the key for the world, because it is very simple to talk with people with their language and get why are they so different. And actually, because of our diversity, that's how I am today, always happy to be connected to the world and bring every day a plus. Diversity is everything. So if you'd not asked the why I could not go here and there, then I would not be the person I am today, a global connector, and traveling the world from Barcelona, from Tunisia first, Barcelona, United States. I'm here in Paris. Is like, I want to connect that word and no frontier. And that's why it is important to ask the why.
Oh, Renee, yeah.
Your mic is muted.
That's
Well
okay.
said, Samira. Thank you so very much. Well said, Samira. Wonderful way, and I appreciate your point. I want to go to Lolita, and then after Lolita, we'll go to Izu.
Well, I'm gonna just echo a little bit of what Samir said. I think it's been so exciting in the business world, because you're right. When you're able to move, I worked for the Ritz Carlton Corporation for about, and we had so many people from so many different areas of geographically that was part of the Ritz Carlton team. Some looked like me, some didn't. That I was like, wow, what is that food like? What is that language like? Saw an African American that was British. And of course, I am just flabbergasted at how, when you open yourself up to the diverse world of curiosity, to why people uh, sleep only 3 hours and they work, or they sleep 12 hours and they work three, whatever. Just to understand the diversity of things like that has helped me just spiral, and for people to understand me in business. So I think that's all I have for that. But I absolutely appreciate this platform today and to be here with all you guys. Oh, I think Renee's.
Your
There you
mic is
go.
muted again.
Do it again.
No
I
problem.
don't know what kept happening there. I said we're happy that you're here with us, also, Lolita, and thank you for your insight. Izu, take it away.
All right, so I was
Yes.
going to ask you. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to ask you, what's the question exactly? Please, so I don't get it twisted.
Yeah. So I really wanted you to share an experience where you're asking the why in regard to what was your outcome in that pivotal, transformation. That's for what the question was. What was one of your experience?
Seems you ceased. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, Loretta, did you hear what she said? Because I lost her at some point.
Yes, sir. She was saying what were some of the pivotal experiences to a why that transform your career and your life and an experience.
Oh, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you for, you know, helping me to understand that better. So for me, I would just take that back to the reasons that, got me into the media. My first degree was in mechanical engineering, so I
Oh,
would call myself an engineer. And then from there, those days in the university, I found myself curious. Like I saw people who had fantastic ideas, but most of those people could not express themselves. So they lacked that capacity to speak eloquently, have the ideas conveyed without, sounding like a broken record. So I kept asking myself, why? Why do we have intelligent people who could not communicate their ideas? Why do we have people with fantastic experiences who could not tell their stories? Why do we have many people whose stories can transform the lives of many other people, but these people are not able to tell their stories? So those questions was what inspired my business and what I am doing today. So from asking those questions, I got myself into the media. From the media, I saw that, yeah, of course, whilst doing this in the media, I also need to establish a business where I can personally interface with people and help people to
oh, looks like we might be frozen.
not just, can you hear me?
Yeah, you were frozen just for a little second there.
Well, you heard everything I said,
He's
right?
in Africa, guys. We have Samuel. I mean, we have Mr. Izu all the way in Nigeria.
And that's
Or
why
you
he
heard everything.
freezes because we talking to Africa.
No, 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 not really, not really.
Okay.
I don't have broken network where I am. I use 5G where I am. So it's not about the African
Right.
thing. It's just about
Okay.
disconnections and all of those things. So
Now,
I will just wanted
forgive
to
me.
confirm.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm if you heard me. If you come to Africa, you would enjoy 5G network. Where I am, I have 5G network. I have all my devices. Right. So yeah.
Well,
So
you're the
but what
expert in of this.
not just about me being an expert. It's about what is normal. If you love impacting people's lives across the globe, whether you are in Africa, no matter where you are, you can always reach out to thousands and tons of people. So it's not just about the African thing. Africa is a blessed place, and I'm proudly an African man. So, but what I was saying initially is that the business I am into today is directly a product of curiosity. I kept asking questions. I kept asking questions. Why do we have people with fantastic ideas who cannot tell their stories? Why? So today, I help people to get on the test stage. Today, I help people to communicate effectively, especially from the African to the global space. So my curiosity gave birth to my business. And I would always want to say this to people. The more you ask yourself questions, the more you need to look inwards to understand the responses coming to you. Those responses might just be the answer God is giving to you to start a business that can transform the lives of many people connected to you, related to you. What if I never asked those questions? Possibly I wouldn't have been right on this platform talking about TED Talk, talking about my curiosity. So just what if? What if? Over to you, Renee, and thank you.
I love it, guys. Put that in the chat, that what if, because you know what, Isu? I gave them that exercise. You didn't even know. I literally gave the organization that exercise. The what if, and then the ... which they had to fill that out, in regard to what if, when you are able to open up yourself, have that openness in regard to the opportunities that you truly can seek, you have to fill in that gap. And not only that,
Right.
that also that curiosity of being able to ask that question, that why, but really not why not? Why not?
Why?
And so that's powerful. Oh my goodness, guys, that what if, you heard them, ... And they are right now, after we finish up, we're going to go back into the clubhouse. They're going to fill in that ... What if you have everything that you could possibly do? What would you do with it? What could you do?
Right.
And that's the possibilities that we have. Go ahead, Samira.
And Renee, that is why, like, really interesting for people. Like when you say, "Tell me more," what's going on? When you dig, that's why I always say, go deep in your soul story to understand, because you're never whoever you are today. You're more what you're going to be, in the present tense. So when you are really interested in what's going on, how can I do it? What is it? Not just, oh my God, I am not a person who speaks French. I am not this. And these are not limitation. So what if everything is possible?
Right.
It's exactly the same excitement as, oh, you see, I cannot do it because I'm not doing it. It is really important to go deep, deep, to dig. And once you say what's possible, your brain, who normally is there just to protect you, say, open up like this. So do this exercise. It's going to be the most interesting thing you do in 2024. It's going to open up things.
Absolutely.
I'm going to jump into this quickly. The reason why, that's how we started the whole Global Women Wealth Warriors, because I was that person that was like, why isn't it that women are able to excel in certain areas, where it came down to just understanding not only finance, but literally working together? Why is it that we are always, they feel as if that we could be crabs in a barrel? I'm like, I don't have that mentality. So why is it that we cannot succeed in certain areas? And so instead of that why, I said, let's be innovative and let's create something, so therefore we can show the world that we can move forward and that we can bring about change. And that's what we've been able to do. And that's why I'm looking forward to us traveling all the way to Africa to be with my brother over there, Mr. Izu, in August.
Absolutely.
Right, that's that why.
Excuse me, King Izu, please.
King Izu. That's
King Izu. Yes.
King Izu.
I'm honored. I'm honored
Yeah.
by those words. But we can't wait to receive your people to Africa, because Africa is one of those great places you will enjoy. Abuja, Akwa Ibom, and all those beautiful places. And those are places also that enjoy to give chances and opportunities for ladies to thrive. You have ladies in the senatorial positions, you have ladies in the government who are taking the front seat roles, leading, influencing decisions, and helping people and shaping the society. So, I mean, Africa can't wait to receive your people. So my team is already doing a lot, and we are so excited already. Over to you, Renee.
And you know what? I'm excited. You know why? Because look what happened right here. It's called creating the world that you want, that you desire. You don't have to wait for someone to give it to you. You have to be on that innovative state. And that's something that I encourage to all those, that's you, and you that's listening to us today. I need you to stay innovative. I need you to stay pushing towards the unseen. Because if you keep staying in the darkness or in that box, guess what? That's the only place that you're going to stay. I'm going to have to ask this last question before we wrap up this segment and go back into the clubhouse. For us, that peak performance, because that's what we're talking about today. We heard Miss Samira talk about the vitality and that energy, but how do you guys keep yourself, not only in a space where you're performing, but also in a place where you're outperforming? Because really, when you think about it, I love sales. I don't know about you guys, but I love to be able to connect with souls, and how we show up is so important, but also that peak performance, being able to keep that productivity always going. What are some of the things that you do, Samira? Because let me tell you something, you are like that energized bunny. You don't need any batteries, but you really know how to stay not only high, but you literally also are truly engaging others. So what are some of the things that you do to keep your peak performance, that productivity always coming? What are some of the things you do?
So one of the things, serve with a big S, as I said, my successes formula are very important, because one of the things is the S. The S is kind of like a spine, nothing is always in the perfect point, I would say. So for me, when you serve, you are bringing something to people. So that is why when people say, well, I don't sell, we all sell something, but selling what you know or putting it out there, you are serving people. In order to serve them, you need to bring that energy and vitality. That is why I always said health is one of the most important business you need to take care of, because if you're not at your best in terms of your energy, you're not going to serve anyone. So I always say I need to put myself in movement, because movement is something that will bring your energy to the highest, and making sure, as I always say, whatever you don't measure you cannot manage. So measuring where you're at any time, and then serving with your soul story. Oh my God, this is the best thing. But please, today, make sure you're not who you are today, but who you are becoming. So that is something you need to think of. That's what brings your vitality, because when you talk about something inspiring, you get all excited like I am today when I talk about bringing the best of people.
I love it. Hashtag that, not who you are today, but who you are becoming. Who you are becoming. Izu, I'll go to you and then we'll close out with the mayor.
Yeah, so I think one of the things I'm doing for myself is that I'm helping myself in regards to reading books, learning from different people. This month alone, I have signed up for over 5 different courses that I'm going to be taking in journalism and the media, because at the age of 73, by the special grace of God, I want to launch a foundation that will touch over 16 different countries. And the best way to get that done is by developing myself. Sometimes people get so scared about their vision because they think of money. For me, I don't think of money first. I think of developing myself, because you can only attract what you have become. You can only attract what you have become. So I am becoming something in regards to reading books, attending conferences, getting on courses, and looking out for opportunities to build networks that will help to sharpen my mind and build my mindset as a leader. So fundamentally, those are what I do. And on the other flip, the next thing I do in terms of developing myself is that I don't joke with going back to my creator. And I am not ashamed to talk about this right on this platform. Everything I do in terms of growing, I have a model and I have a mentor as well. And I would say the name is Jesus. I learned so much from this person, and I keep growing every moment. I go back to this person. Every single day, I do my best to solidify my relationship with this person. And one thing that I have learned from this person is the power and the force of integrity. I'm not talking about influence. I'm talking about integrity. I want to be known for something. And that thing is what I want to be known for. I don't want to be known for many, many things that are confusing. I want to be known for something that resonates with my vision and my personality. So I'm so sorry if I'm talking too much, but those are my ideas, and I am comfortable to relate those ideas right on this platform. And I'm saying to you, be confident about what you're becoming, because it is what you become that would attract the right results that you're looking for. My name is Izu Samuel.
First of all, known for your laugh, that's for sure.
King Hazu, you can have my 5 minutes. You can go ahead. That was incredible. That was incredible. You all have reignited me. You have reignited me, King Azu and Samira. You really have. And of course, my beautiful friend, Renee, because what I learned most in this conversation here, not only integrity and grace and going to our creator to have that reinforced. When King Azu, when you said you understand talent in corporations, how much bigger can companies become now when you've had that one person that's really your wingman that's kind of been in the nosebleed. But when you can identify talent amongst your teams, that's how you thrive and everybody can keep going. I really, really understood that, and becoming what I am, because then I draw that person to me. I appreciate that. And the integrity, again, being a servant leader. When people are in charge of things, quote, in charge, that means you are responsible for the outcome of others. that means we're a servant leader. We really understand that principle. And I think even in ministry, when that's reinforced, it's really reinforced because it influences the marketplace. And this is why we're on this global platform today. So I appreciate understanding and being reignited to understand the servant leader role in business and in ministry, and the importance of integrity. So I appreciate that. Thank you all so much. King Aziz, you're amazing. Thank you. Samir, what a pleasure to see you again. And I look forward to having this conversation on a global level. Thank you. And Renee, thank you again.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, we are having it on a global level, but yeah, we're going to be having it in the backyard of King Aziz. I just want to pour in because, guys, you didn't even hear some of the bullet points that he even poured into us.
Yeah.
You see, he's already outlined in regard to how he see himself in the future, like what Samira talked about. Literally, he didn't say that he's going to see that right now. He gave himself a pace almost when he's in his 70s, the age that our very own John C. Maxwell is in right now. So not only is it important for you to set your goals big, but to also understand success is not an overnight. It's not overnight. You literally have to go to work, and that workload truly is like a marathon. And if any one of you all have ever ran a full-blown marathon, that's 26 miles. I did a half a marathon. I actually did 2 half a marathons. Guys, it is truly, it takes endurance. It takes tenacity. It takes commitment, as well as it takes that follow up, follow through. You have to breathe. You got to do so many things. So therefore you could stay with your peak performance. So you can stay sharper than sharp. You got to breathe. You guys, you don't even understand the importance of even breathing when you're doing these marathons. So I absolutely love what you said, Izu. Not only you want to be known for something, we could be out there doing a whole lot of things. I hate when people even say, I'm busy. Busy doing what? For 2024, let's get productive. Okay? Productive. Because when you get productive, that means you got precision in place. You have a strategy in regard to what it is that you're doing. So therefore you can reach the outcome of that workflow. All right. Productivity is much better than being busy for 2024. So guys, I'm so grateful that we've been able to come together. Oh my goodness, guys. You know, please put some red hearts in the chat if you've been able to really enjoy this particular segment for you all. Not only is it important for us to realize we are enriching, you know, you guys been able to enrich us through your experiences, but also Mastering Mondays. It really takes just that, guys. You know, being able to have also that quest for greatness. The quest for greatness is important. And yes, inspiration, guys, you have to stay curious. Not only the curiosity, it didn't kill the cat, okay? That cat got courage after that curiosity sat in, because I know Lolita, she knows about that as well. So we got to stay inspired, guys. And I'll say this as well. It's about your unparalleled growth for 2024. And we're looking forward to seeing you soar to new levels of your greatness. So guys, in closing, one word, just one word in regard to what is your word for 2024. One word. Lolita, what is that one word?
CWOP. Champions win on purpose.
All right. Samira, one word. Your word for the year.
King Samir.
Izu, while we're waiting for Samir, what is your one word, Izu?
Make a move.
Make a move. Okay.
Make a move.
I think they, okay, she must have fallen off because of the internet. You know, Samira's in Paris as well. Our word is expansion. Expansion is the word for 2024 with us here. Let me see if she's back on. Make a move, champions winning on purpose, expansion. Well, you know what, guys? Let's take it over. Let's take over 2024. Let's live our best life, not now, but right now. And so what we're going to be doing in closing out, we're going to roll those shoulders back. You know how we like to roll those shoulders back. We're going to put our heads up, not only high, but knowing that we're going to be connected with the man up above, and that's God. And in addition to that, we're going to literally go blaze the universe, because the world truly needs another champion. And that game changer, game changer that the world needs is YOU. So guys, we got to do our part. I'm so excited. Thank you again, King Izu Samuel. Thanks again, Mayor Lolita Anderson and Queen Samira for being here, guys. Let's make sure we blow up their Instagrams, and we're going to see you guys already in the clubhouse, but on the other side of your greatness. And again, it's been a joy. It's been an honor to have you guys here for this week's segment of Mondays. We're making these Mondays happen. Woo, 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 woo. Yes. There she is. There she is. Woo. There she is.
There she is.
That one word, Samira. One word.
Evolve.
Evolves.
Love it.
Oh.
Absolutely love it. Well, again, guys, thank you for being here this Monday. Let's continue on taking over the world, because we know we have work to do. Service to God's kingdom. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the other side of your greatness. Bye for now.
Bye.